Hey, okay, what's up? Are you ready for this free training? I'm really excited actually because this is the kind of thing that I wish somebody would have just laid out for me. And I also want to preface it by saying this is all opinion. This is what has worked for me, and that's all I really know, right? So just so you know, if something doesn't resonate with you, then by all means, that means it doesn't resonate with you, and that is totally fine. Always totally fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the top 5 things to invest in for your business and in what order. Because I feel like there's a lot of confusion around like what's important. And I can just tell you from experience, maybe I didn't do it in this exact order, but maybe I wished that I would have, kind of a thing. So make sure to say hello when you get here. And I'm just gonna, I don't usually wait. Carla, hi, so excited to be a member of the sisterhood. Yay, Carla, me too. Where you been, girl? Where you been all my life? Yeah, we're rocking it over here in the sisterhood. So make sure to say hello. I'm going to set a little time aside to take Q&A or do Q&A after this. You're also welcome to just ask questions as we go, but I get a little ADD with comments, so I tend to stick to my dialogue as we go. I know, right, Carla? What the heck, girl? Glad you're here. You have arrived. So I'm doing this live training, one, because we reached 1,500 members in the group, and it's so exciting that I wanted to give back and do something for everybody in the group. So I put 3 different video ideas, free trainings that I could do, and this is the one that won, how and when and what to invest in for your business. So I'm doing it. I don't know, it seems like people would think it was a little boring, but I guess this is a hot topic because I had another one in there that was more like mindset, and that one came close second, so I might do that one as well. We'll see. So make sure to say hello when you get here, and I'm just gonna get started with the training. So first I wanna preface it with saying I really, really believe in investment. I believe that we get out what we put in, and whether that be energy or your time or your money or just like your psychic energy, your spiritual energy, I really believe that that's how we start to see results. So I'm a huge fan of investing, and I have invested a lot of time, energy, and money into my business. Sorry, I'm just getting some messages there. So I don't have like any type of lack mentality or shoestring. Like, this is not how to build a thriving business on a shoestring budget. If that's what you're looking for, it's probably not the right training for you, because I have a really strong belief that it's so important to, if you want to grow fast, to invest. And I can see that really clearly from the choices I've made in my business. I think it is possible to have a thriving online business or a thriving Etsy business, which I guess is an online business as well, but a brick and mortar business without putting a ton of money in. But I don't think you're going to get to that 6-figure mark or 10K a month, whatever your goals are, very quickly if you're not willing to invest. So that's just my belief. That doesn't mean it's true. So you can do it, like, you can do it whatever way you want, but here are, excuse me, I probably should have like released all my mucus that I still have from my sickness before I did this, but I didn't, so I'm gonna do it anyway. All right, so put a number 1 in the comments if you guys are ready for number 1. And just know that this is the top 5 things I think it's important to invest in the order that I believe it's important to invest in them, okay? So you also could get a little piece of paper and write them down. So put a number 1 in the comments when you're ready. This is my song right here. Huh. That's weird. Okay. Number 111. Okay, awesome. Number one may not apply to you, so you might only have 4, okay? Number one applies to you if you have children. So put an emoji in the comments if you have children or tap some hearts. The first thing I believe that is the most important thing to do is to get childcare. And I know that there are a lot of moms trying to get their side hustle on and they want to like do their thing and still have their kids home, but that would have never worked for me personally, because I believe like for my creativity to really be in the zone and like show up in a big way online, I want to like look and feel good. So that's super, super important as childcare. Okay, you guys are feeling me. Yes, it's really important. And when I see people really struggling with their online business, it's almost always the thing. It's like that and then number 2 that I think are the main problems. So number 1 and 2 are completely the most important things to do, okay? Get childcare, and even if that's just 10 hours a week, if you're not putting at least 10 hours a week of clouded and super clear, not super clear energy, I think that's going to take you a really, really long time to build a thriving business, because online business and the online market is oversaturated. I don't think that means like there's not room for us, because there is. There's room for all of us. There's not competition, but the reality is there's always going to be somebody else who has childcare, who is looking and feeling their best, and they're going to get seen first because they're going to have more energy to put in, right? So that is super, super important. Number 2, put a number 2 in the comments. You guys put a number 2 in the comments, and I'm going to just go blow my nose because I can't handle it. So I will be right back, and put a number 2 in the comments. Oh my God. Okay, thank you for sticking with me, but that feels so much better. Oh, that is ridiculous. All right, number 2. I know, number 2 is blow your nose. Okay, so number 2 is so important, and I want you to put a number 11 in the comments if you have done this. You need to have a coach. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a coach, but here's the thing. I have a coach like all the time. And so if you already are like way past that phase where you've had a coach, maybe you've had multiple coaches, I'll give you my tip for that as well. But the reason that I think it's so important to have a coach is because it is the shortcut, because the right coach, okay? It's so important to have somebody who models the business model that you would want to create. So I think income is a part of the business model, but a lot of stuff I see, yeah, exactly, Laura. Coaches need coaches. Jeez, like I hire people just to talk to me. I'm not even kidding. Like I always have a life coach, or I have a VA who can double as a life coach because I need that really badly. And my husband's just not going to get it. Coaching is key. Okay, so one thing though I want you to think about in terms of hiring a coach, no matter what level you're at, is, there is this whole thing, tell me if you feel this, where people are selling the results, right? Like the lifestyle. I don't want you to hire somebody because of their lifestyle, because their lifestyle that they show online is probably not the entire truth. Hello, just gonna burst that bubble right now. We all know that there's a lot of image, and I'm pretty real. Like you guys know me as like the real coach, right? I still only show you what I want you to see. Like I am not getting on Facebook Live in the morning without any makeup and my hair disheveled and when Ava's throwing a temper tantrum. No, I don't show you that on purpose, right? So we have to trust that everybody is hiding something, and more than anything, I'm glad you love me. And I feel like I'm like known as like the real one, but let's be real. I still am trying to like look hot. Okay. That's a thing. So I want you to think about it like you're really looking at the entirety, like the holistic view of how they think about their life and business. So it's not just having a really thriving business, and it's not just having a really thriving life either. It's totally about both. And that is going to whittle down who you really would hire, okay? Keep it real and professional. Yes, that is the goal. Exactly, Julie. All right, so that is the one other tip I wanted to give about that is that in my first year of being online, I had a one-on-one coach for 9 months of that time. Now I've had another one-on-one coach for about 6 months, and now I'm in Kimber Luna's mastermind, so I probably won't have a one-on-one coach for a little bit here. But now at the point that I'm at, because I've reached the 6-figure mark in my business, is I look at it that I will spend about $10K every quarter on something new. So whether it's a mastermind, whether it's a coach, whether it's a few different things. Like there was one phase in my business where I was just buying everybody's intensives. So I did like Alianka Polanka's visualization intensive, and I hired someone else for Facebook ads to help me with a funnel. And so like, you know, it doesn't have to be any certain way. I think thinking about it in terms of where am I right now, and really like just meeting those needs, because your business is like a sprout growing into an oak tree, like I've talked about. And we want to just meet it right where it is. We're not watering the oak tree like it's an oak tree if it's still a sprout, because it will drown, right? So really being super specific about where you are and exactly what you need, what results, and then finding the people, because there are plenty of people. Like for me, there would always just be like a Facebook ad that would pop up, and I'm like, that's exactly what I need. This is so weird. And then I would just do it because I figured that it was a sign from God. Okay, so number one, childcare. Number 2, coaching or some type of program. Put a number 3 in the comments. We'll see what you guys think about this, because the next 2 I think might be where people start, and they're the last 2 that I'm going to give you. So put a number 3 in the comments if you're ready for number 3. Julie says, even though you work from home, you don't have to bring the kid to work. Yeah, I mean, I work from home, and I still had 15 hours of childcare for the first year and a half, and then Jonathan now is with Ava probably like 30 hours a week. All right, you guys, number 3. Awesome. So again, these are my opinions, you guys. They're just my opinions and what worked for me, but a VA is huge. So I put VA before headshots, you guys. I put it before logos and branding. And for me, it's a couple things. You might actually have the time to do the things that you could have a VA who's probably better at those things than you to do. But I think spiritually and mentally and emotionally, it's not the best thing for you to be doing those things, even if you have the time to do them. So I'll just give you an example. When I was pivoting, because if you guys have been following me, I was a personal trainer and a life coach, and I took that business online for my first year online. Then I pivoted. Once I learned how to be online, I was like, I want to teach people how to leverage video and like how to really grow their business, because now I know how to do it, right? So when I took that online, I was not making any money really, because I let go. I had a subscription fitness business where I was only making less than $1,000 a month so far, but it was gonna grow. But I let go of everything. Like I wasn't hardly making any money. Laura, okay, I'll come back and read your comment about VAs, because I might be able to help you with that. We have some VAs in this group that are amazing. So I wasn't making hardly any money, and I knew I wanted to scale and like really take the visibility to the next level, because it was total alignment for me. Once I started really helping people with messaging and that empowerment, like how to really get yourself out there, I was like, oh my God, yes, like this is so my jam. So I'm going all in. So I know that the first 1 or 2 months of switching to visibility, I hardly made any money. I remember exactly what happened in 1 month. I paid $1,500 for my VA and for childcare. I was paying $500 for my childcare at the time. It was 15 hours a week, and $1,000 a month to my VA. And this is a little bit crazy. I was like, I'm just gonna pay you $1,000 a month, and basically you're like on call, but I want you to do these things. So just do things as I gave them to her, basically. And what that did for me was just this feeling of like, I am so all in. And there was a month that I made $1,000 in my business, and I spent $1,500 on childcare and my VA. And I don't think that that was stupid, because it really made me feel like I was like, no, like I am this person. I have a team. I have childcare. I don't care that I didn't make money in my business, because this is how I'm going to get there. And it really worked. It really did, because within a few months, I mean, I think within, let's see, so that was like August or something that happened. August, September, October was my first 10K month. So that's insane, right? Within 3 months, I grew so much, and it's because I really, really believed in it. So I think there's that just emotional, spiritual piece that says like, hell yeah, I'm all in, and I'm going to just do the things that I'm good at and really thrive at those things. So one, it sends that clear message to the universe, and two, your time is freed up, even if you don't have the clients yet, or even if you don't have all that time filled, just the freedom that it's going to give you is gold. Takes a lot of belief in yourself and the process though, right? All right, so my number 4, put a number 4 in the comments. So far we have childcare number 1, coaching or programs number 2, and a VA number 3. And by the way, you don't have to pay a VA $1,000. I probably wouldn't do it that way if I had to do it again. Just because I didn't really know what to have her do. Like, it wasn't the best use of my money, but it was just law of attraction wise, kind of. So you guys tell me if you're ready for number 4, and I'll tell you. All right, so number 4 is headshots. I put headshots before your logo and branding and website. So you might have like an easy website that you can sell from, or you might have lead pages that you can develop. You know, lead pages is like $50 a month or something, maybe even less than that, where you can develop your own sales pages. I mean, there's a lot of different programs you can use. So I didn't add programs in. I definitely was spending money on things like my email list provider and my landing page provider. And at the time I had a free website. I think I used Wix to grow at first. But you don't need the big fancy branding, because nobody is looking at you, and hopefully your coach is going to help you start to build an audience, because you need an audience before you can sell anything to anybody, right? So I do put those things last, and I put headshots before, mainly because I think they really matter on social media. So I am a huge, huge fan of having a really nice headshot as your profile picture. But what happens is, and you guys can tell me if this is true for you, you click on somebody on social media and then you look at their first few headshots. Do you do that? Tap on some hearts if you do that, because I definitely do that. So like, I would say your first 3 to 5 images of profile pictures matter, and maybe just delete old ones. People usually have old ones where they're like, hey, like with friends or something, you know, and you can kind of tell it's older, and that's fine. But I would say the first 3 to 5, because you're going to give somebody a really good idea of who you are. And the main thing I want you to have as your profile picture, I want that picture to say this: I want to buy from her. I'd buy from her. I trust her enough to buy from her. Laura says, have you run... Wait, oh, have to run. Please message me info about the VAs you know later on. Okay, Laura, I probably won't message you because I just can't do that. But if you want to post something, a thread in the group, and talk about, and like bring that up, I can answer it for you, and there'll be a bunch of people who can be helpful for you. So I definitely suggest posting that question in the group. That would be great. Okay, so the last thing really is the logo, branding, and websites. So let me know if you guys have any questions. I'll take like 5 minutes right now and answer any questions you have, and let me know if this was helpful for you. I know everybody's busy in the middle of their day, and if you're on the East Coast, it's like dinner time, right? But let me know, for you ladies who are still here, if you have any questions for me. And who's excited for the boot camp that's coming up? Because I am so excited. If you didn't see above in the pinned post, I just did a video with like all the details about the boot camp. So make sure to check that out as well. And if you haven't signed up, I put the link above for you to sign up. So I'm super excited. And I hope this was helpful for you in some way. Feel free to ask any questions after. And yay, Lynn, oh yeah. So thank you guys for being here, and we will be seeing a lot of each other next week. I will do my best to get on and do the prompt every day as well, because I just like to participate in the boot camp too. Why not? And I'll see you then. Make sure to ask any questions you have in the group, and don't private message me. Okay? All right. Love you guys. Bye.